Hello there and welcome back. Look who's here. Lovely Amanda is back again. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, and all the better for working with you because it's been ages.
Absolutely. It must be, what, 5 years at least?
Probably, yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Oh, goodness, where does the time go? Now, I have to say, you were here earlier on with Nigel, phenomenally busy, sellouts.
Yes, I know.
Thankfully, you left a little bit of stock for
Not
me.
much.
In this ad,
I don't
there's not a
think
lot
there
there. And it does mean that the big bundle that we did see launched in the last hour has now sold out. So well done and thank you to everybody that took advantage of that. It's not completely bad news, though, because we do have the stamps still available, which I'll tell you about in just a few moments. But we also have some fabulous stencils because we didn't see these, I don't think, in the last hour.
Not in the last hour, no. We didn't.
And these are brilliant. Now, let me work my way through these because we've got different details for each one of these. So these are beautiful. Now, there's a lot of different stencils to share with you. So these ones are your flowers. As we work our way through these, lovely Ellie is going to bring the details up on the screen. So if you like the idea of those, limited stock. The circles with the masks in there as well. If you like the idea of getting hold of those ones, then Ellie's going to pop those details up yet again for you. £8.99, brilliant value for money. A5, as you can see, with regards to that one. The ovals, love ovals.
I know.
Portrait or landscape, very useful.
And the thing with these, we haven't got any finished samples to show you, but they're all of it. We've got a whole huge gallery on our website that shows you everything you can do with all of these.
And you will have a QR code that you've got.
That you scan, that takes you to
that, and that will take you to those. Love this as a background stencil. Perfect for Christmas time with all those kind of plaids and tartans that you like out there. So if you like the idea of that one. £6.50. My goodness, absolute bargain. Absolute bargain, that one. So that is the tartan. I like this one. It kind of plays tricks on your eyes a bit, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's a really fun one to play with, that one.
Absolutely lovely. It reminds our Ellie of fishnet tights. There you go.
Oh, very
I don't
true.
think it's called fishnet tights. No, it's called illusion. There we go.
But like that would have been a good name for it.
Coming soon. No, we're not going to go down that route. Like this one. It's like a Hessian or a burlap.
I use this so much, and this was one of our original stencils, and it's still one of the ones that I go to all the time.
It's always a good one, and there you go, portrait or landscape. A5 in size, only £6.50. This is a useful one.
It is. I think anything with circles is always really useful. Yeah. Again, a great one. You can cut into and out of that one as well with all your different colours.
It's a nice one to kind of just have tumbling off the edge or just a nod to it, shall we say. Yeah, love that idea. With your stencils as well, I'm guessing if we want to, we can put them through our die cutting machines
as well. You certainly can, and there's a couple of samples when we get to those with the cards that will show you those as well.
Oh, now this one.
So you've got the stencil and the mask.
So the masks have been popped back in?
Yes.
Okay. Like that.
So they don't get damaged. It's perfect.
Isn't that gorgeous? £8.99. Like that one. That one is limited in stock there. So if you like the idea of that one, I love this one.
This is probably the most useful stencil you will ever own. Literally, because you always want something in the background, and you can never get it how you want it to be, and that will be.
And every single time it's going to be exactly the way you want it. Love that idea. If you like the idea of that one, it's only £8.99. Very useful one. Wow. That is gorgeous.
And we have had so much fun playing with this.
I bet.
And when I brought this to the show about 2-3 months ago, this one we did it in panels, and it just is stunning.
Oh, now, do you know when that might have been? We might have to get our eyes back on that one.
I'll try and go on Facebook and have a look to see if I can tell you when I did it. I think it 8 March.
Like the 5th of March?
No, it wasn't. Well, further on that, it would have been April.
22nd of June? Could it have been then?
Could have been then, yes.
Could have been June? Or the 19th?
Oh, no,
it wasn't
June
August,
was Christmas.
it was June.
It was Christmas, so it was May.
Well,
May.
What, if you go, because this is something that we do here at HobbyMaker, if you're wanting to see a show that's been on in the last 7 days, you can go onto the website. But if not, jump onto our YouTube. You can see the QR code there, and just put in the search field Honeydew Crafts, and the different shows will pop up, and you'll be able to find the one with that one. So, yeah, do like that. That's how you can watch all those kind of shows, back reference them. Another nice one for you.
The grunge frame. People look at this and think, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. It is so useful. And as I say, we've got so many samples that you can see it over on our YouTube channel. I've used it on a couple of our videos. We've done demos on HobbyMaker with them as well, so you can go back and watch all of those demos.
Sometimes it's difficult to kind of get that grungy effect, isn't it? To get it effective. Like this one. Look at the fine detail.
Men's and teenagers
Yes.
card, this one.
Yeah.
They're the two most difficult cards to make, but
Yeah.
this one, just change the colours up and you're perfect.
I like that. Anything that's kind of like got technology with it,
Yeah.
or gaming or something like that, that'd be perfect. So yeah, if you like the idea of that one, just £6.50. Next one, this is another useful one.
It is. I use this one an awful lot. A
Move
lot
that
of my
out there.
demos that you see me do on our YouTube and Facebook Lives is using this one because it's just an easy one to go to.
I love the name of this one, Chaos.
And that's how I feel
I
sometimes.
think a lot of us can relate to that one as well, yeah. This is a useful one as well.
It really is, and I've got a fabulous sample, and again, that will be on our gallery. That using this crisscrossed, it's just such a simple card to do.
Well,
I
actually,
love
yeah,
it.
do it that way and then do it that
Yeah.
way, or diagonally, or
Yeah,
however you
can
want.
use and just use sections of it as well. You don't have to use the whole thing.
I like this one for kind of putting gems and things in
Perfect
place.
for that. Absolutely perfect for that. We've got again on that same show that you'll find the others on. We did that again in panels, and it's really, really
Yeah,
effective.
like that, and it might be that you kind of cross that left
Mm-hmm.
and right as well. So like that one as well. Next one I've got now. I like
It's a bit
this.
funky, this one, isn't it?
This one's kind of got a nod to some of the others that we saw
It
earlier
does,
on.
it does,
Yeah.
definitely. And it's just, again, something a little bit different. And some
Absolutely.
people say it's like a grungy rose,
Yes, yeah,
which works too.
like that idea. Or you could just use certain elements. So if you wanted the
Mm-hmm.
middle of that spiral, then you could just go for that. This is one that I think I'd be using all the
I think
time
this
as well.
is probably our top biggest selling stencil we've ever had. It
Love
just, we can't keep this one in stock.
Absolutely. Now, I've got a couple more stencils. Shall I show you the others that I've got as well? I think they might be new ones. I'm not
They're the
entirely
two
sure.
new ones
Oh,
today.
these are two new todays. Right. Now, I will bring in the finished samples for you as well, because I know that you did create a fabulous card earlier on, I think.
With
didn't
this
you,
one, yeah, our dotty circle.
Like it.
Did
Nice.
that one. And then, so
So the dotty circle. Well, it kind of is what it says.
it
really,
is what it
isn't
says. One of our customers said it was like confetti, which I quite agree.
Yeah,
It'd be
nice
perfect
idea.
for that, wouldn't it?
Nice as well if you want somewhere to kind of almost centralise things.
Yeah,
or
and
a
you could just,
starting
like, as I
point.
said earlier, you could put sort of a birthday in there, an 18th or a 21st or something like that, just to make those numbers pop.
Absolutely, and I love that use.
that's what
with
we did
One of the stamps that we got
Earlier
on the show.
on the show. We did that on our earlier show, so yeah, that's
Love
perfect for that.
Don't need much more than that, do
You
you?
don't.
It looks amazing. Love that idea. Next one that got, oh sorry, £6.50. I forgot to tell you that one, didn't I? So there you go. Love that one. Next one, I love this. This is a classic,
It
isn't
is
it?
so classic, isn't it? You wouldn't have to do
Beautiful.
anything else on your card other than that and a sentiment.
Absolutely
And just by
gorgeous.
changing up the colours, it can give it such a different look.
And again, just use parts of it. Nice one to extend as well, I imagine, if you wanted to make
Really
it
is.
larger. But look at that.
It'd be
Just
great on a canvas as well, do a real big canvas and put
Yes.
that just down the side.
beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So if you like the idea of your single flourish, then £6.50 being the item if you're wanting to get hold of you. Now, if you were watching earlier and thinking, well, where's the leaves? Where's the fireworks one? They're
They've
sold
gone.
out. You have to be quicker next time. We do try to warn people, but there you go, it
I know.
happens. So, of course, you saw that gorgeous floral card a few moments ago. Well, that came courtesy of the bundle of stamps that we've got available. Now, there was a bundle earlier on that had all the stamps that we're going to be looking at and some additional stencils. That has sold out. So, sadly, we can't bring that to you, but we have got the stamps, and I have to say, these are gorgeous.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Look at these florals.
We are known for our flowers. We
You
always
are.
have been, and this is just another
Looks amazing.
add to your
Big
collection.
stamps as well.
I do go for big stamps, although, and I say that, but you'll see in the samples, we've got cards that are 5 by 5, and we've got
Yeah.
cards that are 8 by 8, and we've got cards that are A4, oh, sorry, A5.
Yeah,
So they
gorgeous.
fit absolutely everything.
I love it. And the nice thing is exactly that. You can make your card to whatever size you like. So if you want to make a smaller card, you can do.
And that's using that line stencil I was talking to you
Oh,
about.
yes. Oh, isn't that lovely? Very subtle backdrop. This is a nice one as well because this is a larger size
It
card, but it shows you can extend them to
Definitely,
your
and that's
cards,
just
small
using
cards.
one set of stamps to do the
Lovely.
background papers and your main focal point on there as well.
Beautiful. Oh, look
And
at
then we did that on the show earlier.
Love the drama of that one. This is a pretty one as well. Like
I
a
know, and that's
wreath
done
there.
from the same swag that grey and white with the red in the middle.
That one there. Oh, hold on.
That one. They're exactly the same set of stamps,
Oh, okay.
but you wouldn't know that.
No.
And that's why we have a design team, because every
Very
card we do is
creative.
different.
Can I show you that? I love this one.
That's beautiful.
I
isn't
love
it?
craft card and white. It's just got such a classic
It has,
finish.
hasn't it?
Love that backdrop that you've got there as well. But you can create all sorts of different. I'm mixing these up completely. I do apologise.
that's
I'm just
absolutely
grabbing
fine.
the ones that kind of take. Look at that.
That's Karen. She does masking within an inch of its life, and it is amazing at it.
Gorgeous. Love that. Or it could be just simplicity itself.
Yep. Again, that's that swag that's the same as this.
Was that the stencil we looked at earlier as well?
No, that
It's
one's just
similar.
some patterned paper
Oh,
behind
okay,
there.
so
But
hold
again,
on.
that's
There we
the
go.
same
It's-
card.
There you go.
Same set of stamps, two completely different cards. Again, large and small.
This is the thing. And I love this one. This one has got kind of almost got like a band going across it. Again, a large card.
It is an 8x8, just simply stamped out and coloured in.
Beautiful. And I love that kind of backdrop that you've got there with that simplicity. I mean,
That
things like sympathy cards, when sometimes you don't want it to be too
Too
bold and
fancy,
too
yeah.
much, then yeah, beautiful. I love it as well. Now, I will warn you, because we sold out of the big bundle earlier on, naturally, many of you are migrating towards this because you saw those stamps, you want those stamps, and this is going to be your last chance for you to get hold of them. So if you have got these in your basket, can I urge you to check your basket out, because otherwise you could miss out on these. Now, if everybody checks out, then 30% of our remaining stock, and we didn't have a huge amount of that left, has gone. And you can see the two different sizes of that gorgeous kind of rose star flower that we can see there. And the beautiful corners as well, if you want them to be corners.
They
You
can
play
be
around with it in all
whatever you
sorts of
want them
different
to be,
ways.
those ones.
So yeah, if you like the idea of getting hold of those, I'm going to put those on my done pile over there, and I will get them back in place in a few moments. But if you fancy getting hold of them all together, there you go. Those are the details on your screen. Love those. Now, the only thing that you might need in addition, there are some sentiments featuring in that bundle, but you might like to take advantage of the fabulous bundle that we've got with sentiments in. So, is this a separate? Have we got a picture of this one
Oh,
then?
I'm not sure if you. I think you will be on a picture for that. Have I got? I've got it here, but it's my used one.
That's okay. Don't worry.
General
That one there.
sentiments.
Lovely. Thank you.
That's the one thing I didn't pull out of the bag that's under the table.
That's okay. Don't worry. These are lovely as well.
These have got a little bit of something for everybody, so sending good thoughts your way. The reason I did that is because you don't always send a card to somebody, get well soon, because you know they're not always going to get better.
This is so
And it's
true.
nice to still acknowledge that they're
Yes,
not
yeah.
well.
I love that.
And then
Someone who
feel
is
better
wonderful
soon.
in each and every way. Oh, that's a lovely phrase.
Thanks for going the extra mile. Friendship never stops blooming, and in a field of daisies be a wildflower.
Love that.
I always
love
like that
that.
sentiment.
Lovely fonts there as well. Only $9.99 and quite substantial in size. So these could be your actual focal point within your card if you wanted to. So your general sentiments, like the idea of getting all of those, A6 in size there, but they are sizable. Sometimes when you see A6, you think they're going to be little tiny stamps,
Yeah,
don't
but
you?
they're
But
not.
They're not.
I try and make the most out of every inch we get on the stamp
I
plates.
love that. Making them go as far as you
Yep,
possibly can.
definitely.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Detail is on your screen, so if you do like the idea about getting hold of those, please be as quick as you can. Now, when we worked together a little while ago,
Yeah.
probably 5 years ago, I remember these being
On the
so
launch.
incredibly popular, and they are still there.
The large ones we've had for probably, I think you probably launched them with us.
Oh gosh, I can't remember, but I did.
these
Fabulous.
these ones we call our medium, because we've got the ones with the caps on, which you'll see in a little while.
Okay.
Which we call our small brushes. So I'm like, how are we going to make these different? So we've got mummy, daddy, and the baby. So these are mummies. So these are our mediums.
So these are the mediums. Now, they are on your screen. If you like the idea of getting hold of these, please do. They come in a fabulous little case, so it keeps them neat and tidy, so you can kind of pop those open, she says. I haven't got my glasses on. Might need a bit of help. Is it that way?
Yeah,
oh, I've got it.
there you go.
I've got it. I didn't want to break it. These, and this is the bit that I remember.
Oh, I know. When you first break those out of that container, they're
soft. Look
so
at these.
soft.
They are buttery soft, I have to say.
And they're so easy to use.
And I love it because you can go right into the nitty-gritty. Oh, don't look at my nails. But you can go right into the nitty-gritty with that point that you've got there. But then you've got the softness and the area if you do need that centre area as well. And they are just so beautifully soft, as you can see there as well.
And they fit nicely
that.
in your hand.
Yes.
So if you have got
Dexterity.
that's the word I'm looking for, problems. They're really comfortable to
Yes,
hold.
yeah, because sometimes those little tiny ones you can't hold, can
No,
you
you
sometimes?
can't.
So I get that. And like you say, they do sit quite nicely there. You've got something you can grab hold of. So there you go. They're going to come with their own little cases, so you can keep those from getting ink on anything else if you're wanting to. And the beauty is it's not limited to one per customer. So if you like the idea of going for a couple of sets of those, then you can do. £7.98 for your 2 medium ones, which is brilliant value. Lots of you shopping for those, including brand new crafters as well. I love to see brand new crafters buying.
I know.
When I do my show over on the Sewing Street and you get brand new crafters buying things, it's like
Lovely,
their first
isn't it?
ever order and they ordered
it's
my
really
stuff.
exciting, isn't it?
Love it. So those are the mediums. Now we have got the larger. So if you like the idea of the larger, similar sort of idea. So if you do want to go for those, then you can do. Again, they're coming in their little cases, as you can see, and you've got that all that gorgeous area that you'll be able to utilise when you come to do your blending and things like that. So again, just very easily clip open, sitting there all nice, neat and tidy. And then again, you've got that larger area. To compare the two, there you go. You can see there if you're wanting to compare them. These ones are a little bit kind of more rounded on the ends,
They are a
aren't
little
they?
bit,
Yeah. But absolutely gorgeous.
Perfect for
And
what
again,
we're
you've still
using.
got that gorgeous softness.
I know.
Love it. Beautiful. £9.98. If you like the idea of getting hold of those in a little pairing, then you can do. Lots of you shopping for the larger ones, so if you do like the idea of that, you can do. So large, as you can see on your screen there, for £9.98. And I expect we'll see these in action during the course of the demonstrations. Talking of which, we better get cracking. We've got 4 to fit in.
I know. Right, so anti-static bag, which you can get, again, we did sell out from the last show, right at the very end.
Oh,
so
you
we've
managed to get some more.
restocked some.
Oh, brilliant.
So they are available again. And our little anti-static bags are great because, like everything, you put it on the table, it's white and it blends in with all your cardstock and stuff.
love
So
that,
ours
little
have
hearts on
got
it.
little hearts all over them.
You will see the details changing as Ellie brings the different products in that Amanda's working with.
So we have got the Florals swag.
Lovely.
So this comes in 2 sizes in the stamp set. So this is the larger of the 2. And I'm stamping onto watercolour card because I would like to, fingers crossed, colour this in.
Okay.
So I'm going to do 1 at the top, spin it around, and I'm going to work super quick because I want to get embossing powder on these too.
Also, if you are watching, you need to be super quick as well because we've only got a couple of sets left of the big bundle with them all in there. So if you're wanting to get hold of all of those floral stamps, including the one that we're seeing being used by Amanda, you better be quick. £37.50. If they're in your basket already, please, please, please check your basket out, or somebody could come along and, well, literally pinch them out of there. It's a bit rude, I know, but that's how we do things here at HobbyMaker. We don't reserve stock for you. You have to check that stock out to ensure that you get hold of those. A little bit of embossing powder.
So we've got some crystal clear embossing powder going over the top of this.
Lovely. And that's going to protect that image when you come to do your watercolour in. Lovely. Would you like me to pop that back in the tub for you?
That would be lovely.
I like being a little handy. I can.
And because we are stamping these, heat embossing these on watercolour card, it's slightly thicker cardstock, so it will take a little longer to do it.
Okay.
I heat from underneath purely because the embossing powder and this ink are not the best of friends. So it will give me a smoother finish, particularly because I am colouring that in. I have already done this.
Oh, look at that.
So we've got it ready for later. Here's the one I did earlier. Good job, really, because I've just seen that smudge some black on there as well. So we'll pretend that's not there when we're colouring it in.
I'm just very quickly going to warn you guys, that bundle is now sold out. So thank you to everybody that's took advantage of that one. I can see we've got 2 brand new crafters trying to get hold of them. I think we might be a little bit too late now. So apologies if you are. You have to be quick when you're checking these items out. So sorry if you have missed out on those. But good news, they are available individually, so you can shop for those if you wanted to. Yeah, some details changing around on your screen. And this one is the swag stamp. So if you want it by itself, then the details are on your screen. 2 stamps in the same set there for just £9.99.
I've had so much fun playing with this set of stamps. It's just a real traditional floral stamp, isn't it? Now, obviously, because I've heated that, it gets a little bit of a curl on it.
Okay. Just nudge it back into shape.
Just give it a little bit of a wiggle. And I said earlier, if you leave that, if you can manage to leave it overnight, it's perfect because it kind of almost relaxes. It's like you've sent it into shock and now it's going
There's
to
a lot
relax.
going on, so yeah.
So again, like I was doing earlier, I just literally, with my colouring, I'm going to come in across the bottom and then I'm taking, this is actually the blender pen for this set, and it pulls the colour out.
Oh, lovely. Look at that.
So you're going to get a faded out colour.
Oh, that's it. And of course you don't have to worry because it's all kind of protected, so you can go straight over it.
The only thing I would tell you or suggest is that you do it in small sections. Don't go in and put your red everywhere and then go in and blend everywhere. If you do it in smaller sections, it's much more effective. So you'll see me chopping and changing with pens quite a lot. And then remember, with any pens, to blot it. And obviously my clear pen had pink on it, so I just wipe it on the kitchen paper and that comes off.
Lovely.
Don't forget to blot because you do get quite a lot of ink come off. I'm going to pop that to one side because I have already coloured it all in and I want you to be able to get through those. So as I said, I did top and bottom. This sentiment comes out of our vintage floral corner that we've got on the set. And then literally, this is one that I heated up and I've let sit overnight.
Oh yes, you can see
so it's now completely smooth.
Love it.
If you don't have time, and I did say this earlier, if you don't have time to let it sit, I would suggest on a big piece like this that you put it onto foam pads because it gives it, then still has a little bit of wiggle room to rest.
Could you pop it like under a heavy book or something like that?
You could, but it would still take a little bit of time to relax.
Fair enough.
So, and then the one thing I always like to do is carry my image into the middle. So on the front we've used the larger ones. And this is the dinky little one.
Oh, isn't that
comes in the set.
lovely?
And just pop your sentiment in there. I think that was a really cute little... I think it makes your handmade cards become a finished handmade card.
Well, that's almost something that you could put on the back of the card as well, like with your details, like your website or whatever.
Yeah, beautiful, wouldn't it?
That is
I just think
lovely.
it's a really effective little card.
Now, I know you've got the investment of the stamps that you kind of shop for, but when you look at the card, there's not a lot else that you've added. Is there a bit of colour from your
I'm
pens,
a big one for
cardstock?
plain coloured card and using your inks, etc., and your stamps to make your background papers.
Yeah.
That's what I've always done, and probably always will do. I want to make the most out of my $9.99.
Absolutely,
and you saw earlier somebody had Helen, I think it was, has done a background using this stamp to then put the main stamp as a focal point.
Very, very effective. Now, if you like the idea of that stamp on its own, of course, it is in the bundle that we saw earlier on, but sadly the bundle has now sold out. So we've kind of got a selection of cards that have been created utilising the stamps that we have available individually. So the one that we just saw just a few moments ago, love that. You've kind of got little clear gems there, almost like little raindrops on it, raindrops on roses. All we need is some whiskers and kittens. I love the square card with all that gorgeous, beautiful colour. We've got that stamp available as well. It's different to the swag one that we've got on the bottom of your screen, but the swag has been used on that kind of peachy colour card that you can see in the centre there. Shall I show you some other ideas of that one as well? And then we can have a look at the other stamps because, as you can see, Amanda's getting ready for another demo as well. So very, very creative. You've got that gorgeous swag on one side there. Love the idea of using it with your darker card as well. I mean, how effective is that?
I think that's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous? And then the smaller swag. This is a really clever card. Look at that. They naturally, kind of the arc that you've got them, naturally make that wreath.
Anybody would think I did it on purpose.
Hey, there you go. I will warn you though, half the stock has gone. And don't forget, this is the only way you can now get hold of this floral swag. Very affordable, $9.99. I don't know how many nines I added in then, but £9.99 if you like the idea of getting hold of that one. Please do so. I love it. It's an emergency deal. So there you go. Pop that one into your basket as well. Now, others that we saw when we were looking at that finished sample just a few moments ago, this one is beautiful. Gorgeous. I'm not very good with my flowers, but do you know the different... Well, I don't know whether they're kind of fantasy flowers.
They are a little bit.
Yeah, love it. Beautiful large stamp. Now, this one is your fabulous flower. Few little serving suggestions for you. Clever use in the background. Actually, yeah, I think you could be right. There we go, let's bring that one in. Does that remind you of a poppy?
It does, by the colours, definitely.
Love it. And of course, it could be a case of that you are thinking about making cards to raise funds. Remembrance Sunday coming up, maybe that is an idea that you've got. Love this idea that we've got there with that decoupage.
And that's the thing with all of our stamps. don't just use them as you see them in the packaging.
Yes.
We have the big galleries all over showing you ideas on what to do with the stamps. We're using them all the time on the YouTubes. Pop on there and have a look. There's always something to give you some inspiration.
We've got some lovely sentiments as well, incidentally, as well, so do check those out. And you can see the beautiful, I love that, a very kind of modern way with
And
that
that's
rainbow.
just, that one's a 7x7, sorry, a 5x5 card using a 6x4 stamp. So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You can use every single stamp on all the different size cards.
I love it now. We've not got a huge amount of stock left of this one, so if you do like the idea of getting hold of this one, please be quick. So if you like your fabulous flower, the details are on your screen, and it's just £9.99. Now, I don't know which one are you working with next?
We are going with our dotty circle stencil.
And which are the stamps?
And the sentiment that we're using is from the Vintage Floral Corner.
There we go. I think that's that one, isn't it? So just to give you a heads up, when we get to the demo, this is the stamp set that you're going to need. So that gorgeous corner, that doesn't necessarily have to be a corner if you don't want it to.
There is one.
This one is limited in stock as well. How fast can you craft?
Pretty quick.
Good, good, good. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a corner. That's clever. Makes
That
it
is
a very big
beautiful,
stamp,
isn't it?
doesn't
It
it?
does.
Yeah.
And that's an A5 landscape card.
Love it. Right, now we better get into the demo before this one sells out. So the details are on the screen. And you're also using one of the new stencils.
We are. So this is our dotty circle stencil and multiple colours of...
Lovely.
and this is using the smaller, medium...
Of the brushes.
Brushes.
Lovely.
And you can see how easy it is to get that colour down. It just flows so easily with these brushes.
I don't want to panic anybody, but we've only got 3 of these stamps left. So if you want yours, please... Oh, no, that's stencil, sorry. 3 of the stencil, so be quick.
Oh, grief. It's going to be one of those shows.
It
I have done
is.
one show where we did 25 minutes talking about a bottle of glue.
Oh, this could be...
We
might
could
have
be getting-
deja vu in a minute.
So literally all the multiple of colours in here, just to give you a nice little bright rainbow.
Shows why you need multiples of those brushes as well, so you're kind of keeping them for different colour groupings. Yeah.
Definitely. That's exactly what I tend to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
Certain colours, certainly when I start out, it's definitely, I do colour families.
Yes.
Certain colours have their own.
Well, greens, aren't they? Greens you have to be careful of. Red as well. Red can kind of
and
transfer very
mustard
easily.
seed
Yeah,
spreads like wildfire.
absolutely. Yeah.
So I was saying earlier, I've got to treat myself to a new peacock feathers because I think I've worn it out.
It's one of your favourites.
It tends to be at the moment. This little colour coordination seems to be where I'm going at
I
the
love
moment.
the colours that you're using.
So literally, and this is I always say stencils are a really great way, and this one's perfect, to get control of what you're doing. So you can pop it down. If you haven't got as much, if you're not sure how much ink, just lift it up and have a look. If you're not sure, you're going to go straight back down to where you've come from. So you can start out lightly and go back in slightly heavier.
Clever use of the magnets that you've got there.
These magnetic boards are amazing. It's one of the products I've bought in my life that I use every single time I craft.
Very clean crafter as well with all that kitchen roll there.
That's because I'm going to show you. So that's our finished product.
Wow.
But also, if I hadn't have gone round the edges with that, if I'd have gone over the edge here, you can see my card would be underneath, and I would have the frame of the stencil.
Nice,
So I always use kitchen paper because it's got that little bit of a sponge to it rather than a solid piece of card
That
where
makes
you would
sense.
maybe not get those edges in.
Yeah. Oh, I love that effect. Isn't that beautiful?
So that is the start of our card.
Wonderful.
This is probably one of the quickest cards you'll ever see us make.
It's probably just as well since we're running out of stock.
So we're going to pop some black card down.
Now-
I do use a lot of black.
Let's talk about glue as well, because this is your glue, and I love it. It's got a fabulous title. It's sticky glue.
I know, everybody says I think names are the hardest things to come up with.
Yeah.
And when I was going to my printers to come up with the design for the new labels, I thought, what am I going to call this? And I thought, well, it's just sticky glue, and that is what it does on the tin.
Love it. $9.99. You've got a big bottle of glue
It's
there.
120 mils.
Wow.
And it's an easy squeeze bottle, so
Yeah.
if you do struggle to get to squeeze things, they will come out of here really easily.
Love it. Fine detail nozzle that you've got at the top there as well. And I suppose if you wanted to, you could actually decant this into smaller bottles with those kind of like needle
with the really tiny points. Yeah.
Love it.
So we're going to pop that down there. This is what I mean by it being a really speedy. So the sentiment, I've done exactly the same thing. I've done myself like a belly band.
Nice.
And just gone in there with some of that colour that was still on the stencil. So it's slightly lighter. And I'm going to matte and layer this one up too.
How effective is that?
You can see, look, I tried to do it in pink before and I wasn't keen on it. So
just shows you just flip your card over.
Exactly.
The Dotty stencil, incidentally, has now sold out, so thank you to everybody that took advantage of that one. You have to be quick. Keep trying to tell you that. We're busy, busy, busy. We've only got, is it the floral corner that you mentioned there as well?
Which we haven't done the demo with yet, but
we will. That we've got single figures of as well. So, yeah. I'm not going to show it to you just yet, so we can do the demo.
This stencil has still got loads and loads of ink on it. So I don't want to waste that. So remember how I said I take things on the inside of my card? So I'm going to do exactly that and just pick up a few of those bits randomly on here. Doesn't have to be the perfect colours, just picking up a little bit and a bit random. And if I like it, I'll leave it.
Kind of connects the inside with the outside.
Exactly that, and that's all you're going to do.
That is
such
beautiful.
a simple card to make.
But so effective. But you know what? It's achievable. So if you are a new crafter and you're looking at all these fabulous finished samples and thinking, oh, they're all beyond my skill set at the moment, I mean, please, please, please do take inspiration from the design team. But if you want something as a confidence builder, I think that exact card that we just saw a few moments ago is going to tick that box for you. Can I quickly show you a stamp that we've not seen yet? Oh, you've seen it in the bundle. Oh, I do apologise. I thought it was one that you've not seen at all. This is a pretty one. I love this. That is so pretty.
That one, I think, is just so subtle. You can go full on, like you saw earlier with that one that has been masked up with all the bright colours. You can do something completely random like this.
That is really effective. That is gorgeous.
And that's a 6x6 card. And then the last card that
wait till you see this one, my goodness.
And this is such a simple card to make. I'm going to set the next one up while you're doing.
How beautiful is that? That is gorgeous. Love that. The simplicity of the square, marrying up with the mats and layers, as you can see, but then that single flower there with a lovely sentiment. Absolutely classic. And if you like that style, and I mean, look, let's just show you. You've got small cards and large cards featuring there. So there you go. Just shows you the same stamp, but play around with your stamp, kind of your card formation. You can make your little cards and then your big cards as well. But you're going to need that stamp. And the only way you can get hold of this one now is by itself. It was in the bundle that we saw earlier on. Sadly, that bundle has gone. But if you like the idea of getting it by itself, it's a very affordable £9.99. Absolutely beautiful. Now, before we get into the demo, can I quickly show you? Because some of you sent some lovely pictures in. So have a little look at these.
So this was a Facebook Live that I did a couple of weeks back. And I challenge all of our Facebook Live watchers to reproduce similar to what I've done. And then we did a competition, and this was one that Tina did with that particular idea.
That's beautiful.
So fun.
Loving the show, and of course, all the new products. Honeydew products are really good quality and don't break the bank. And that is something I have to say that I can reiterate that. Very, very affordable. Amanda always gives you tips to make your crafting easier and gives you so much inspiration. I've attached a card that I made after watching Amanda's Facebook Live. And that's a good point as well. Social media, just look for Honeydew Crafts.
Yep, we're all over on every platform.
Wonderful. There you go. Thank you for sharing that card. It is beautiful, Tina. This is another lovely one. Look at this.
Oh, that's from our Trio Flowers, my first ever set of stamps I ever designed.
Oh, I love that. And Jackie's still using those.
Jackie is beautiful.
I made the flowers for my sister's 70th birthday card and box. I bet she was thrilled with that. It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. And one more. Oh, now this is an interesting combination that we've got here. Oh, you're going to be meeting Debbie and Moira in Coventry.
Because
you've got a workshop coming up. Love that idea. So there you go. Loving all the stamps and stencils. Looking forward to the next Coventry workshop. We have attached work we have done today. Oh, busy crafting.
Oh, they've been busy bees.
Love it. Very effective. Thank you for sharing it, Debbie and Moira. Moira, it is Moira, isn't it? Yes, I think that's pronounced right. So demo-wise, again, keep your eye on the screen. Ellie will be changing things around as we see them being used.
Right, so we are going with vintage photo and antique linen this
Oh,
time.
nice combination.
Two completely different colours for me.
Okay.
So this is the bigger brush.
Lovely.
So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to start off the page just to make sure I'm happy with where my colouring is. I've masked off a section.
Okay.
And I keep all of these random pieces of paper for all my different colours that I'm using.
They're
And this
so
is really
soft.
subtle.
Yeah.
I don't want this to be in your face.
And that's nice for anybody that's worked with brushes in the past. And sometimes they can almost leave the mark of the shape
Yes,
of the brush, if
they
that
can.
makes sense. So, yeah, like that.
So this
idea.
is the smaller brushes with the caps that are also available on our in our brand shop.
Okay.
So you can get those there as well.
Lovely.
And then again, just to get control of that and the colour. And this is antique linen, so it's very, very, very subtle. It's not going to show up hugely on here. And if you're not great at blending them, it doesn't matter because nobody else knows that it's supposed to be a perfect blend.
But I have to say, seeing you work with those brushes, you're
blend
getting
so
more
easily.
blended than I have seen
Definitely.
with others. So,
They are so easy to use, so easy to use.
and it's nice because you keep layering and mixing between the
Yeah.
two till you get that finish you like.
Till you're happy with what you want, what you've got.
Oh,
So
nice. Like that.
normally I would tell you to leave that for a little while. I haven't really got time to let you leave that. So fingers crossed this will be enough anti-static on there to stop it spreading.
But this is third demo, isn't it?
This is demo
Right,
number
we've got one
3.
more to try and squeeze in.
I'll do my very best.
Oh, bless you. Speed crafting.
Right,
Let's-
so single peony,
The single
again
finger.
with our black ink.
How many demos did you get in with Nigel earlier on?
We did manage 4 as well.
Oh, I've got to beat. Well, I was going to say I've got to beat him, but I can't, can I?
So we're just going to pop this on here. Stamping. Just off that colour. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight or round. You can do it however you want. You could even come in on the top corner there with a second one.
Nice idea. Oh, wow.
And then again, somewhere here I've got some.
I love your style, Amanda, I have to say.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I've still got your bit of card.
My scrappy piece of card. I see I keep all of these as well.
There's no point in ruining any other card, is there? Keep the same one. Bit of clear embossing powder again.
Clear embossing powder. I tend to use a lot.
Is
I'm
this your
gonna
own
pass that
embossing
back.
powder?
It is.
Ah.
It is usually available on the website. I think it has just gone out of stock.
Oh, okay.
So it will be coming back. So watch this space.
Love it. It's very fine.
I know lots of people ask us about whether our embossing powder, if we've got the ultra fine embossing powder. Ours is really, really fine before you go to the ultra fine. So if we don't sell an ultra fine, but we do sell our embossing powder, which is
It's all you
super
can
fine.
see there because you've got a lot of fine detail
Fine,
on
it
the
picks up
stat and
all
it's
the
not
detail.
being lost, is
No.
it? Yeah.
I'm really picky about embossing powders.
It could break a project.
It can
can't it?
completely. So that's really, I'm not even going to colour it in. I'm just going to leave it as it is. So you hopefully, with a sentiment on there. So this one is from our general sentiments that you saw earlier, I think. This one
Nice
was,
set
yeah.
that was, yeah.
Again, I said I use white colour cardstock, black coloured cardstock, and then I blend to match. So literally, without adding any extra ink on here, I would literally just
So just the residue that
what
was
was
there.
already on there, go all the way around the edge.
Lovely. Busy for that single peony. I knew you'd like it. It was in the big bundle. It's now only available by itself. We don't have a lot of them, but half of the stock has gone of the stock that we do have. So yeah, if you like the idea of getting hold of that one, please do. And the sentiment as well, that lovely sentiment bundle, and it was called, was it General Sentiments you said it was
Yes.
called?
Yeah.
Nice set because they are sizable sentiments and definitely worth adding into your basket.
You can see, again, I've reused my cardstock because I was too heavy-handed with it on that one. I
Okay.
much preferred it with the lighter.
pretty, yes.
So
that's
you can see
gorgeous.
both. And I'm not hiding the fact that I don't always like what I've done.
Well, there we go.
Again, that is it.
That's
Simple,
lovely.
easy card. And then I would very definitely be stamping on the inside.
I love this idea of stamping on the inside. I'm not a big inserts kind of, like a
No,
different
I
piece
never
of
am.
paper inside.
Which
But
is
I
why
do like this idea.
I always pop my image in there. There's always a nod to the front in the middle.
think that's really clever technique. I think lots of people will be adopting that because it's it's a lovely
Just
idea.
finishes it off, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, beautiful.
There you go.
Gorgeous. So there we go. Demo number 3.
One more to go.
Like the idea of the single peony, then do pop it into your basket. Lovely size stamp. As we said there, it's an A6 stamp, but it's quite sizable in its content, but beautiful if you're wanting to use in a variety of different ways. Love the simplicity of the design, yeah, so many different variations, so many different ways of using it, adding colour through watercolour pens potentially, or getting inky and using a stencil. This stencil, incidentally, that we've got with the circles in the background, we do have on the show, so if you like the look of that one, you can get hold of that one. But lots of you shopping for this one, so yeah, if you're wanting to get hold of that, please do so. And let Amanda get herself ready for the demo. I'm going to give you a very quick recap because we've sold out of lots of things, but I want to show you things that we've got available. So the gorgeous peony that we saw, that one is still available. That's the one that we saw in the demo, but very limited stock. We're not going to see that right the way through to the repeats of the show. So if you're watching live, do take advantage of it. The fabulous flower as well, which is the one that we saw, and it kind of had almost like a poppy-like feel to it. So there you go. Good large floral, as you can see there. With that one, we only have a couple of opportunities left to get hold of that one. So a couple of serving suggestions for that one, if you will. Large cards, small cards, it doesn't matter. You are going to get some fabulous results with that one. Oh, there you go, even better the right way around. So if you like the look of that one, please be quick. If you liked that vintage floral corner, this particular one, this one came with some sentiments as well. It has just gone. So there you go. Note to self, be quicker next time. What about the swag? Has the swag gone now as well?
That glue?
That's gone. Dotty's gone. Dotty stencil's gone as well. The single flourish stencil, which was...
We're just about to use.
Oh, there you go.
Hopefully that one's still there.
We'll hang on to that one. So, yeah, the single flourish, hold on. Now, that one is the, what's that one? Fabulous flower, vintage floral. I've lost that one somewhere. Floral swag. Oh, it's a stencil. That'll be why. I was looking through the stamps. The flourish. Nice. Nice choice. Hold on, let me get the right one. So you're looking at the right one. There we go. So this is a new one. Single
Brand
figures
new.
though. Single figures. Beautiful design, as you can see there. And there you go. That will give you an idea of how it looks. But we're going to see it in action in maybe a different way.
You are, hopefully. So I'm going to use this. I always think it's really nice to have a real subtle image behind a stamped image.
Okay.
I think the... Did you say that we still had the fabulous flower in stock?
The fabulous flower. We've got, yes, we have.
Just
2. We've got 2 left.
this is with that.
Okay. I don't think there are any others left, are there?
I think we've sort of...
They've all pretty much gone now, yeah.
We're going to be talking about the glue.
We will be talking about the glue, yeah.
And these amazing brushes. So I'm using Lost Shadow here. I know lots of people ask me what colours I'm using. So this is the Lost Shadow.
Very subtle because you can't really see anything at the moment.
Subtle.
Yeah.
And it's a real pale, sort of almost, it's a grey, bluey, it's a strange colour, but it's beautiful for what we're doing. Again, remember how I mentioned earlier, you can check your shading. I want this to be a real subtle image. That's maybe a little bit too subtle.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back in.
Lovely.
And pop a little bit more.
And I have to say, this is a very intricate stencil, but working with the brushes that you've got, because sometimes bits can flip up, can't they? When you've got something that's quite
There's
intricate.
a couple of pieces that are a little that have really small bridges.
Yeah.
So I do tend to hold those down a little, whatever I'm using it with. But other than that...
But the soft bristles.
The bristles, yeah, because this would normally, on a blending tool, would flip up.
Yes,
The little centres of your leaves and stuff would definitely get picked.
It's worth giving those brushes a go.
So the brushes are fab. I can't speak highly enough of them because they are so easy to use.
I mean, 5 years ago, they were exactly the same. They haven't changed in design. So, nice.
You can't.
I've got a little sneaky peek there. Just saw around the
corner. So that's what I mean.
Oh, wow.
And it is really subtle. And that's exactly what I want, a really subtle image.
Very delicate. That is gorgeous.
So we're then going to, again, I would normally hopefully have left.
Don't forget your anti-static pad. Sometimes I always forget about anti-static until I've put the stamp down.
Now
and then
here's your little tip. This I mentioned earlier. My anti-static bag always sits in the bottom of my ink pad, because when I go to pick up my ink, it's there.
That is a good tip. That is a really good tip. Anti-static bag, if you're wanting to get hold of yours, details on your screen, £6.50. It's brilliant. No, it's not other side, £3.99. Even better. So, and I love the way it's been finished, because you will see that in your crafty area, won't you?
Definitely, because we're all quite good at spreading out our crafty area, aren't we? Right, so we're going to stamp this down on here. How are we doing for time?
We've got about 8 minutes or so.
How are we doing for stock?
Well, that is not so generous. So, yeah, we've not got huge quantities of this left at all, to be fair. The flourish stencil, you're loving that flourish stencil. I think you're realising just how useful it is.
I was going to say, look, we've missed a little bit of ink out on there, sorry.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've missed a bit there. I'm going to point it out. I have missed a bit.
I didn't notice it.
Don't look.
Okay, we won't. Please check your baskets out. Please check your baskets out. Loads of you emailing in as well. Thank you. Thank you so much for your emails. It's lovely to hear from you. Lovely to get those words of encouragement and how much you're loving the different things that Amanda brings to us with Honeydew Crafts.
And we try really hard with Honeydew Crafts, particularly on our TV shows, to do stuff that is achievable by everybody.
Well,
I can come on here and make myself look amazing, but nobody else can do it. And that doesn't do anybody any favours.
This is, and now you're looking at a couple of the finished samples, and we actually saw demonstrations for these earlier on. In fact, I'm going to see if I can lean across Amanda and sneak that one in as well. It's almost like a little bit of a show and tell. So if you like the look of these cards, if you're wanting to have a little look back, then of course, if you're watching going back within the 7 days, if you're watching this as a repeat, then you will see those demos. Beyond those 7 days, the website is a place to go. So there you go.
We've got, I think, every product we've ever bought, TV and more, are over on the brand shop as well. So
that's a good point, yeah.
And see what I mean? It's just a really subtle background with that stencil. And it, as I say, it is really subtle, but you could make it as bold as you want it to be. And then I'm going to go in, again, these aren't watercolour paper, so I'm just going to go in with our colour.
Okay.
Straight over the top of this.
We're busy, busy, busy for that flourish stencil. Lots of you making your final decisions now as we're getting into the last few minutes of the hour. Some of you guys shopping for a couple of these as well. So maybe it's one to use in your craft room. Maybe it's one to take on your travels. Could well be, because at that price, $6.50, it's definitely worth going for. Or maybe you're shopping for yourself and as a gift for somebody. I mean, that's Secret Santa kind of price, really, isn't it? $6.50.
It is. Be perfect. Right, so as I said, I'm not going to go in and colour it all in because we'll be here for hours. But that's the kind of thing.
Wow.
And it is just something completely random to do.
Beautiful.
To put that and then colour in over the top. Hence, we've gone with a subtle colour because I've gone light colours on my flowers. So you don't want those to be too heavy, a colour underneath, if you're going to colour it in light. If you're going to colour that in bright red, you can put any colour behind it.
That's true. And the sentiment there, that came from those general sentiments
that came from the
as well.
General
I think we might have just a few of those left as well.
So I've matted and layered this up a few times.
Lovely.
Again, I tried to do it in the pink and it just didn't. The pink wasn't the right pink.
Okay, that's fair enough. Flourish stencil, if you have checked your basket out, congratulations, yours will be on its way to you shortly. If you were a speedy, quick, and it's still sitting in your basket, you're probably a little bit too late, so apologies for that. The sticky glue, we have got the sticky glue available, and if you want to get hold of that, the details are on your screen.
Again, we're going to take this on the inside, and I'm just going to get that bloom.
Not got a lot left. I was going to do a bit of a recap, but I think we've only got the stencils, or a few of the stencils left. Not the flourish one, that one's gone, before you get excited.
And there we go. Pop that in there.
Love
I
it.
didn't ink down the bottom there, which is why you're not seeing that.
No, but I kind of like it.
And there we go.
Is that beautiful? Card. We did it. Well, we did it. I'm so proud of myself.
Well done,
I love it. Is that beautiful? Let's pop that one on the front as well, along with all the others. Let's smudge them up together. Absolutely beautiful. So there you go. Honeydew Crafts, very achievable demonstrations. So if you want those little kind of elements of encouragement, then this is certainly the way for you to do so. So if you like the idea of going back and creating any of those, some of the stamps we might have available, many of them have sold out though, so apologies for that. Just need to be quicker next time. But there we go. But have a look at this one. Lovely Margaret has been crafting with some of your previous stamps from the floral range. And this is lovely. This card is made with one of the first stamps I bought from Honeydew. It stamps like a dream, and it's one of my favourite floral stamps. Crafty Hugs, Margaret. And I think that's the thing. Buying your first stamp from any company, you might be like, well, I've never shopped with this company before. So, yeah, give it a go, because you'll become a huge fan, just like Margaret is, with regards to these. Absolutely.
We had a customer
beautiful.
come to us at a show. It was at a show a couple of weeks ago.
Sorry.
And she said to me, I've just been telling my friend about your company because I have a stamp, a photopolymer stamp that I got from you over 10 years ago. She said it was one of your first collection and it is still going.
Wow, there you go. Shows your quality, doesn't it?
Stamps, and all of our stamps and stencils are all made in the UK.
Absolutely love that.
The glue's made in the UK. Yeah, as much as we are embossing, our anti-static bags all made in the UK. We do as much as we can.
I love it. So there you go. Love that. Love it being UK based. Now, this is your flowers stencil. I'm kind of going through the things that we have left now. So if you like the idea of this one, you've got your masks as well as your stencil in there. Could have been separated up, could have been sold to as 2 separate packs, but not with Honeydew Crafts. You're getting them all together for just £8.99.
Let me just jump in there. The smallest flower you probably won't have in there because it doesn't even look like
that
a flower.
one there, yeah.
No,
right down at the bottom. Right, yes.
Yeah, that one is not in there as a mask, but it is obviously there as the stencil.
I think my thumb's probably bigger than that, to be fair. So, yeah, I get that. Circles, you've got a variety of circles. You've got a little tiny one down there as well, as you can see. So if you like the idea of the circles, then there you go. Pop that one into your basket. Circles always tricky to work with, but I must admit I am a big fan of an oval, because your ovals you can use portrait or landscape, can't you? So,
whatever you want.
do that, like that idea. Now, this particular one, the tartan, that is beautiful. So the tartan, lots of you shopped for this one earlier on. A little bit of a review for the last couple of minutes now. $6.50, big A5 stencil. I like as well the way you've kind of got that border there.
Yeah, definitely. So you could colour that as a red and then put your tartan in black or whatever you wanted to do.
Nice idea. Love this one. Plays tricks on your eyes a little bit there. So if you like that particular one, then do pop that one into your basket. So again, it's almost like a, oh gosh, well, it's an illusion. It is. That's a perfect title for it. So there you go. Thank you for that one. This one's a useful one. You will find yourself using that over and over again. So like a burlap or a hessian. Again, mix it up, have it going in different directions to layer it up. So that one is your mesh. Next one, if you like circles, then I'd certainly be popping this one into your basket as well. So a very useful one to have. We did see that featuring in some of the different finished samples earlier on. So hopefully you caught those ones, just $5.50. Good price, that one. This is a nice one. Again, you've got your masks and your stencil feature in there, so a nice one maybe to make it almost using things like your crystal embossing powders to give it a nice frosty look for your Christmas cards. And then you've got a lovely squiggle. Do you like a squiggle?
I love that. And as I said, you can never get the perfect squiggle, but you will every time you use that.
Absolutely, and I like it because it's nice and kind of chunky in parts as well.
And you get it in 2 sizes as well, which is even nicer.
Even better, yeah. Another one that you get in 2 sizes is this one here. So again, you're going to get your foliage with the mask as well as the stencils. Do go onto YouTube, our YouTube channel, and look up Honeydew Crafts, and you will see many of these being demonstrated when they were first launched. This one is your grunge mask. Grunge, I went very Birmingham then, didn't I? I do apologise. Well, no, I don't apologise.
Don't apologise.
No, I don't apologise. That one is your lines, as you can see. Very kind of techno kind of look with that one. I like that one. As is the case with this one. Do like the geometric.
That always reminds me, although it's called Chaos, it looks like, do you remember you used to make as kids the elastic band?
Yes.
That's what that reminds me
It does look like an elastic band ball. That's a really good kind of analogy. This one I think is a useful one because you can have that one kind of crossing over as well. Almost looks like something's breaking through. It's like a scratch almost on the card. But there you go, crafty lines there, or should I say just lines. Nice one as well if you're wanting to locate and dot little gems onto a project. Nice subtle background there with your dash. And then we've just a couple more to share with you. Another one that kind of uses elements of some of the others with your scribbles there. And then the last one that I'm going to share with you is this beautiful one, because I think pretty much all the others have sold out. Lovely bubbly. What a lovely phrase. There you go, £6.50. So there you go. Check your baskets out with any of those goodies. Don't forget your brushes, your anti-static pad and your adhesive. They're available as well. Do we know when you're back again?
I believe it's the 19th of November.
Oh, not too long to wait.
long.
So look forward to it. Hopefully I'll get to work with you again.
Fingers crossed.
That's it. So there you go. Check your baskets out. Do stay with us though, because we've got double hour with our lovely Keith after the break. So perfect time for you to check out your baskets. See you the other side of this.
Shopping with HobbyMaker couldn't be easier. You can shop via our website at www.hobbymaker.co.uk, where you can watch our live shows and see all the products from that day. We also have a huge amount of products on our website, from your craft room essentials to paper, tools, cutting machines and much more. You can download and shop on the go with our HobbyMaker app. Simply head over to your app store and search HobbyMaker. Alternatively, you can call our UK-based call centre 24 hours a day on 0800 001 4433. Shopping made easy at HobbyMaker.
Never miss a show by watching on the go with our brand new HobbyMaker app. Head over to your app store now and search HobbyMaker and simply download to your smartphone or tablet. You can watch the shows live and see your favourite presenters and guests. Click on the Today's button to shop all of the products that are featured in today's show. Want to know what's hot? Then click here to see today's bestsellers and highlights. Have you missed a show or want to watch one back? Then click the schedule button and you can go back 7 days to watch and shop, and you can also see what's coming up over the next